For the murder of the wounded, looting, cannibalism, you are hereby sentenced to death by hanging. Or torment.
Don't meddle. Take the reward and let's go.
Help me!
Knew you witches wouldn't scorn imperial gold. Tough hunt.
Tougher than yours, that's certain. Evil is evil. Lesser, greater, middling, makes no difference.
Fit me!
Bring her down. Do it my way. You like that, you bitch? Get the hammer. Kick her teeth in.
The degree is arbitrary, the definition's blurred. If I'm to choose between one evil and another, I'd rather not choose at all.
Just make it quick, Geralt.
What the?
Close your eyes.
Hit him! What are you doing?
Killing monsters.
Alright everyone, welcome to episode 12 of No Peace Until Death, Witcher tabletop role-playing game session. Here we go. Terror fueled your flight. Anger was your resolve. The two mages looked at one another for a moment, using their hydromancy to scry one another from afar. It did not last long. Carnifex smiled and waved. Suddenly the link was broken and the pond rippled back to a green, mossy hue. Rest was taken here, next to this pool, but minds raced about their next move. Rothmyr was fat with coin, having led the group back to the dungeon and out again. Aurelis van Iverhorn, known as Lucere, was free, and had run into an old acquaintance. One that did not appear ready to clasp him in irons and bring him back to the Empire. Sir Carthis remained steadfast in his oath to protect Ayla, who seemed to now be getting herself into more dangerous situations. And for Ayla, yes, she was doing just that. But the truth was almost there for the taking, and she could not resist it. But now they waited, the moon rose and the sun fell as night blacked out the sky, pierced by many stars that gave comfort to those that looked on from below. So just start. You're sitting around the pond. Night has fallen.
I was like, wait a minute, that below?
No, it's just... Okay, go ahead and get started, guys.
And Ayla sits beside the stream, feet straight out, leaning back on her hands, looking up to the sky, looking up at the trees. She looks over at, for now, who she'll dub as Lucere until he fully corrects her. What are we gonna do about that, man?
I'm unsure. He seems very powerful and very dangerous. Perhaps we're nothing but a nuisance to him and he'll leave us alone, but perhaps not.
Aye, but something I'm wondering really is the whole Maybe I'm just going about this selfishly, but why exactly? Someone was looking like my fiance. I understand it was his apprentice, but there's really no need to have him look like that unless someone's planning something. You get my meaning?
True, but I must admit I was confused. I'm not sure. Was it this Carnifex who made that man look like your fiance? Was it this man who made himself look like your fiance? Or was it your fiance who made this man look like himself?
Ayla.
Depending on which variable, it could mean many different things.
Ayla sighs. Again looks up the trees. That's something I'd like to figure out myself. I think I'd be more concerned if it was Alien trying to make someone else look like himself. Not really sure what he's up to then.
Why would that concern you more than the other two?
Mostly because he knows that I've been looking for him. Means that he knows that I was on his trail. Or at least he was trying to lead me to being in there. I'm concerned it was for less than admirable reasons.
Lucaire kind of shrugs at the suggestion. And as he's speaking with Ayla, he has out some paper and a quill and is scribbling notes in his shorthand, kind of recording what's occurred, and a letter eventually to be sent back to the Duke in Messina. But it's in a coded shorthand that's not intended to be read by others. But he shrugs and says, or perhaps your lover knew he was being hunted by Carnifex as well and thought it best to leave little red herrings along the way.
Well, that's something I don't quite understand. He knew that Alien is somewhere else, of course. He's at least saying that he doesn't know where he is, but he knows it wasn't him.
We just saw that Carnifex could scry us through hydromancy. If he doesn't know where your fiance is, there must be something preventing him from finding him. Some magic or some technique of which I am unaware.
Maybe. She'll sit back up. Looking over to Sir Carthis. How are you doing?
And Sir Carthis is just taking a light meal, at the stars, and maybe having a drink. Well enough, I suppose. Leg feels fine now, thanks to you.
Ayla smiles. You're welcome. I'm glad it's better.
Indeed.
This Lord Hunter. You think it's a good idea to be sticking around? I can't say that I'm not curious to be meeting with him, but still.
It is likely a dangerous proposition, but more dangerous, I think, to spurn him, try to walk through this place without his knowledge. Whoever he is, whatever he is, I should say. It's hard to know who Lord Hunter will be. Common brigand, lost lord, exiled, a witcher. Any number of things this person could be. Or this thing, sentient beast. Better to wait and see than to sit here, speculate and worry ourselves, I think.
If we were to have killed the old man before he could leave to warn the Lord Hunter, I might say that it would be better to try and sneak through these lands unaware. But given that a messenger has gone to warn him, he knows these woods better than we do, and could likely find our position in any case. Better not to be ill-mannered and seen to be rebuking any potential hospitality, making an enemy where we do not need one.
Agreed. And killing the messenger would have been poor taste and altogether unwholesome to do.
At that, Lucer just kind of shrugs.
Oh, give me a moment. At this point, it's been long enough. Ayla's human visage has shifted back to the elven one she usually carries, and she takes the time to mutter some words under her breath again, casting the spell, shifting back into the human visage that once was when they met the messenger.
Rothmyr is going to walk away from the others as they're talking, and he turns back towards them before leaving and says, I'm going to find a spot to hide in the trees for when our friends arrive. If they try something, I'll be ready.
Alright, Rothmyr, but, if they're, innocent people, just, maybe just don't go stabbing them. Bad for business.
He just smiles and nods. But they do see the general area of where he's, what tree he's going to move up into.
How is it that one came to join your party?
Oh, well. I'm, kind of surprised you don't recognize him. He was, down there in the same hold as you. Prisoner as well. He ended up escaping. He's actually, well, the one that told us about the whole spotting me fiancé and everything.
Then I owe him more than I realized.
Mm.
Truth be told,
He's-
he might have been there before I arrived, or he might have been there when I was still delirious. You see, I believe I spent some time attached to some driftwood floating in the sea before the pirates found me, and I'm not sure how I got from there to that prison.
Mm. Well, at least, something good came out of it. There's been quite a few deaths attempting to get here. The caravan we were part of. She looks over to Sir Carthis. I do think those witch hunters kind of took it out on them. Not sure if they survived, unfortunately.
What's that about witch hunters?
You might not be super familiar with this area. There seems to be a lovely group of folk who, really enjoy hunting us down. And most likely stringing us up.
How many are there, and are they well organized?
I think there'd be quite a few, and based on the outfits that they carry, the materium that they have, I would say that they are fairly organized.
Perhaps we could use them as a tool, find some way to dispatch them after Carnifex and mad mage building flesh golems on an estate must be a tempting target for those fanatics.
Doubtful the Redanians are going to spend any of their witch hunters on that cause. They were Redanian crests. They're already committed to a house.
Lucer shrugs and just says, worth considering at least. There must be
Perhaps.
some way we can turn them into our own advantage.
Well, it'd be kind of hard to talk to them, considering they hate us.
As you guys are talking, you hear a hello, hello, hello there, hello there.
I? Ayla will kind of look around, a bit confused. Hello?
You see from the sound of the voice, which is a bit strange until you see what it accompanies, and it's perhaps a 12-year-old boy. He has a brown bandana over his head and a brown threadbare shirt and breeches. He's peering around a tree. Hello, hello.
Ayla will get up from her seated position, look over at the child, and wave. Hi there. What you doing out here?
Oh, I'm here. Roger sent me.
And out of character, Roger was the gentleman before.
Yes, Roger Pickle Ranch was his name.
Oh, all right. Did he say where, my apologies. Who are you?
Oh, my name is Indri. I help Roger and everyone else. He looks past you and looks at Sir Carthis, and his eyes get really big. Are you a knight? You're wearing such fine armor and a sword. Are you a knight?
Not a proper knight, I'm afraid, but I have the attire, yes.
You look like a knight to me, out of my ma's old stories.
Well, I would like to embody what a knight is. I suppose I should look the part as well.
Help the poor and the weak, fight evil and bad men, right?
That's right, yes.
He smiles. That is everything. That is the best thing I've seen. I can't believe I've seen a knight here in the middle of Vinewood.
Well, here I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. As I said, I am Indri. Sir, what is your name, if I may ask? He gives you a
Of
slight
course.
bow.
Of course, you've no need to bow to me. I am Sir Carthis. Sir Carthis Van Carden.
Sir Carthis Van Carden. I won't forget that. Sorry. I do have a reason I'm here. Roger wished me to bring the Lord Hunter to you, and so I have.
Oh, good. And Sir Carthis will look around. Where is the Lord Hunter?
He kind of makes a gesture behind him a bit. That way, he's waiting. I just wanted to let you know that everything's okay. Just don't get overexcited, and he can be a bit testy. So, just if I stay nearby, he should be okay. But just don't make any sudden movements. Don't threaten him, okay?
We'd never dream of such a thing. You've been an excellent messenger, Endry. Keep on doing what you do, and one day you just might be a knight yourself.
His mouth breaks open into the widest smile. I would love... I can't even... He gets a bit flushed in the face, and I'll go get him. Just stay here. Be calm, okay?
Of course.
And he disappears for a moment.
Ayla looks to Sir Carthis with a smile. I didn't know you were so good with kids.
Well, youth should be encouraged to do the right thing. Set the example early.
There's not enough people in the world who do that kind of thing.
No, neither the opposite, unfortunately.
Well, glad to have people like you around.
I'm just one man.
True. No one man, but can be inspiration to many.
It isn't long before. Yeah, go ahead, Rothmyr.
Is it possible to see what the little boy ran towards?
Yeah, it's you can give me an awareness check, but it'd be a pretty hard check because of just all the trees and stuff.
Right.
Once they get closer to the clearing, you certainly can see them before everybody else. But I'll actually whisper you what they see as they're returning, which is right now anyway.
Okay.
Endry returns. He waves again. Yes, he's coming, so just hold on one moment. And Rothmyr, I'm gonna. And you just hear this boom, boom, ah! And this gigantic 10-foot tall, half man, half wolf. Ah! Ah! He's looking at you from like an overlook, but he's not saying anything intelligible just yet. Endry, you can see is whispering something to him, and like he's pleading with him.
Yeah, Carthis isn't going to draw his sword, but he's clearly a bit more tense now after seeing who the Lord Hunter is, and he's kind of positioning himself between it and Ayla and Lucer. Everyone be calm.
God. Lucer kind of says to himself and stands up with like his staff in one hand, kind of looking up. Can I roll a magic training to kind of identify what the Lord Hunter is?
No, that would be a monster lore.
Yes.
Yeah, magic and knowing about monsters is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you just from what you guys are seeing now. That is a good roll. So you would know generally that this is a werewolf. You don't know all the details, but you know they're cursed men. You don't know why he would really have much interest in this place.
About how far away from us is he?
100 feet.
Okay, so well outside of telepathy range.
Rothmyr kind of hugs the tree, wide-eyed and stuff, hiding. He's going to stay hidden as long as he possibly can for right now.
That's fine.
Finally, Ayla, Carthis. Any experience with werewolves?
No, not really. Something I've run into over my years.
It barks
not
out.
really.
What are you doing in my wood?
Ayla will call out, but meekly. We're sorry. We've intruded in your woods. Our deepest apologies. We were just passing through.
Passing through. Why are you here? It steps forward a bit.
We were looking for someone. Someone who's been lost for a long time.
Easy to get lost in the Vinewood.
Yeah, we definitely see that. It's a very lovely place you have here. Again, we're very, very sorry we've intruded.
Maybe I ate this person's flesh.
Oh,
And you come to kill me.
No. I do have a feeling that you haven't eaten this person's flesh. least I hope not. But no, we are not here to kill you.
Ayla, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. I think that's the one that's broke, so you might have to do that one on the sheet.
Oh, alright. I also gotta just quickly check my spells. I think I got a little bonus.
I think
Glamour gives
No, it's just charisma, seduction, leadership. I don't know if that
I would let you do a
counts.
charisma roll instead of a persuasion roll if you wanted.
Yeah. Let's see. +3.
Don't pull a Carthis.
Eh.
Oh my god. Ignore the name. I think you might be lying to me. He begins to walk forward.
Lord Hunter, and then Sir Carthis would bow. We mean no offense coming into your wood. Had we known this was your territory, we would have avoided it entirely out of respect for clearly what is a great and powerful being such as yourself. As my colleague had said, we were merely passing through in search of a long-lost associate of hers. A love, in fact. Something very powerful. Wouldn't you agree? We mean you no offense, and we can leave as soon as you wish us to. We will trouble you no more. You have my word.
Alright, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. Make sure you guys' luck is all the way filled up too if you want to use that stuff, right?
I'm not going to fill it because I'm going to spend it all on this.
Okay.
So
So you can do persuasion or charisma.
charisma is good. I like charisma. I think I have 4 luck, so yes. I'm going to spend it all.
Let's see, a 10. That's pretty good. Oh, there you go. He looks at the heavily armored knight. Love is good. Love is good, Primal. He looks over at Indy. I loved once. Love is good, yes. Who is this that you love?
His name's Elian.
I know not of an alien, but love is good. And Indri steps forward and tries to whisper something to him. Reaches up. He like snaps at the boy, looking down at him violently, but doesn't do anything. Yes. And Indri says, the Lord Hunter, he, perhaps you can help us. For safe passage.
What kind of help do you need, Lord Hunter?
Lord Hunter doesn't respond, but the boy does. Well, you see, I don't know if you know anything about lycanthropy, but it's a curse, you see. And the Lord Hunter is cursed. No one wishes this upon themselves, not for too long at least. And if I weren't here, I don't know what Lord Hunter would become, but I just think you might be able to help us. Break this curse.
Curses have origins. Do you know where this one came from?
Yes. There's a fort, Fort Vinewood. It's not that far away. There's a skull. It's a werewolf skull. They keep it as a prize. And it is the reason for the curse. It needs to be returned to the Lord Hunter, so he and his pack can be free. And all of a sudden you see eyes glowing in the dark.
Can I roll like a social awareness to see if like I believe what this kid is saying?
Yeah, you
or
can
human
do.
perception, I think?
You can do human perception. Yeah. cast. I can never remember the exact TN. 1 second. You think so? Not 100% sure. Nothing avert.
And could I do a magic training to kind of see what Lucer would know about? Because while monsters is one thing, like curses in general, like just like if that sounds like the mechanics of how a curse might work in this.
I'm gonna say that would be monster lore as well.
Okay, gotcha. Lucer kind of nods and goes, "How did this skull come to be in the fort? If it needs to be returned, you said it needs to be returned. When did your master last have it, and who took it?"
Well, my master's never actually had it, you see. He took the skull long ago. Killed the werewolf. With help, of course, but now the curse is passed on to him.
So we find the werewolf skull and return to the Lord Hunter. That's the plan, yeah?
Well, I mean, that would help us for certain. If we can get the skull, I think we might be able to figure out a way to break the curse. There's rumors of across Citrus and Broccolin that someone could help us. But well, that's for another time. We just need the skull. We've not been able to get it, obviously.
Is it guarded or?
Well, I'm not sure exactly where it is in there. We haven't even been able to be given access, not to where we can find it, at least. I've heard around, and I don't know, but there's a guard captain there, the captain of the guard at the fort. Likely it's with him. That's what I would guess, at least.
Sir Carthis would nod and then kneel before Lord Hunter and Endry and say, "You have my word and my sword that I will return this skull to you to help you break this curse. And I will attempt to accomplish this on penalty of death should I fail."
Endry smiles again. Yeah, of course, I would come with you, but I need to stay with the Lord Hunter, at least for now. I hope you understand. But I can tell you where the fort is, more or less.
Yes, how would we get there from here?
He goes about giving you directions through the woods to this place. It's sounds like it's on the periphery of the east side of the woods, which you know to be not that large.
And I'd look to the Lord Hunter and Endry again. Lord Hunter, we have had a very trying time. I know I ask a bit, but do we have your leave to rest here for the night and pursue this very early the next morning?
Lord Hunter looks down at you. Endry whispers something up to him.
You have my leave this night. In the morning you will be moving, or my wolves will come down upon you.
And Carthis nods, and then, on your leave, we will spend but this night, and on the morrow we will search for this skull to bring it to you.
Very well.
He looks at all of you and then... he simply says,
Do be gone by the morrow.
and he turns and begins to walk off. Endry waves with a big arm over his head. Look, bye! I'll be with the Lord Hunter, but please come back soon. Right to the pond. We'll be here.
Endry, boy, would you care to share our campfire tonight? Sir Carthis could tell you more stories of his knighthood and the
I,
many heroic deeds he has accomplished.
I'm sorry. I have to stay with Lord Hunter, or bad things happen. Sorry, I have to go. Then he turns and runs after the werewolf. You notice that the glowing eyes in the darkness also begin to subside as the wolves depart.
And Ayla lets out a very held-in breath and sighing and grabbing on a bit to Carthis. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. I was quick thinking there. Sir Carthis.
Indeed. On top of that, a worthy cause to pursue. Sir Carthis will sit back down and try to finish his meal.
Do you think the boy was telling the whole truth before?
Well, there's not really a reason to... Well, I mean, there might be a reason to lie. Maybe this exchange of the skulls thing is like an exchange of the curse? Not sure.
The boy said that the Lord Hunter killed the last lycanthrope, and that's what cursed him. But he needs the skull to be able to go seek help to cure the curse. Something's just not adding up.
Maybe it's more of a control thing. I'm not sure. Maybe to be able to control the curse, he needs the skull. I haven't really run into any werewolves in my time, but... Maybe?
Rothmyr approaches from out of the dark, and he's kind of sliding both of his blades back into their sheaths, and a sigh of relief, and approaches the others. That was a close one, wasn't it?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was.
I can't die. Okay.
It
Well,
was a close one. Truth be told, I half expected you to have disappeared.
I'm sure if I'd have moved, those wolves would have hunted me down instant, torn me apart. So, we're leaving then, right?
We're gonna, take a bit of a rest. And we're gonna find that skull.
We're going after the skull.
Aye.
He looks over towards Sir Carthis. I see. There's a little bit of disappointment on his face, but he just nods and goes over to fetch some water.
Yeah, and just to give you like a geographical kind of layout, you could easily probably try to escape the Vinewood south instead of going east to the fort. The option is completely up to you. It's probably the same distance.
What direction is the like the cave and everything that we came from?
West. Mm-hmm. Let me just pull up the map and I'll give you a general gist of where you are.
Okay.
So, Carnifex is at 4. The Vinewood would be just to the right of it, and then on the right of that, basically where the corner of the R is right where that fort is. So there, that's the fort. This is you. And if you went south, you could go towards Dark Hollow, which is a way. You don't have to go all the way there. You could go south and then cut west or something, or east. You can get out of the forest in multiple ways. If you went north, it's probably a little further out of the forest than going east, and then west is deeper into the forest until you get to Carnifex.
What is Dark Hollow?
A graveyard.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
Can I move back?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rothmyr gets some water from the lake there, and then comes back over to join the others. For a moment, I thought you might be lying, Sir Carthis.
No. A young boy and a once righteous man need my help. How could I deny them?
Well, I have to say, I wouldn't want a werewolf hunting me down. I hear they're almost inescapable. I've only heard stories, of course, but
And what stories have you heard?
well, there's monsters. Smash through doors. I can smell you from smell your blood. Perfect hunter. Perfect killing machines, actually.
Yet this perfect killing machine can't recover a werewolf skull.
I think even the most powerful of either creatures or people going up against a whole fort full of them. Men with swords, men with bows. Bound to take some with them, bound to die.
Perhaps we could alert the captain of this fort to the danger posed by this Carnifex.
Maybe to the Carnifex one, but if we're taking a skull from him, unless we can convince him to give it over, then I don't think he's going to be very friendly with us. I mean, I could try.
You can see that Rothmyr seems like that your worry is apparent on his face, Lucier. And he looks over towards you from under his hood. You think he's lying about something?
I got the distinct sense that the boy was not saying something, not necessarily lying, but there's more going on here than we know.
Well, there's bound to be money in that fort. More than just the skull.
Oh, that's what motivates you there, Rothmyr, then. And more power to you.
Just let me know when you guys are ready to proceed.
Yeah, Rothmyr says, well, I'm going to get some rest.
I think I'm gonna bathe a bit. It's been a few days.
I will stay awake until you are finished. Some distance away, of course.
Yes, please.
Don't turn off that glamour before you bathe.
It's as flat. Nothing.
There'll be 3 dudes hiding in the woods watching.
Ooh.
So the night passes actually uneventfully. You do hear howls of wolves in the distance, but nothing ever close.
Does Lucier ever get a sense of them being scryed again?
No.
Okay.
So you can make your way to the fort.
Yes.
Ayla's traveling with staff in one hand and looking around. She's slow as usual. Trekking along, very awkward in the woods. Tripping over sticks every so often.
Legs.
Bambi legs.
Alright, hold on one sec.
This is a big map.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, one sec. You eventually come out of the woods into this clearing, seeing a fort in front of you. It has a wooden palisade around it with a iron barred gate in the middle with a huge appears to be some sort of skull with great antlers. Clearly not a werewolf skull, but and that's what you see in front of you. There's two guards standing outside.
Ayla makes sure before they kind of get into sight lines of the fort itself, that she's going to use her glamour again, looking human, so she's not judged for being an elf.
Yep. Need a human side for your token.
No.
Yeah, they're just standing there. Are you just walking up, just straight up to them, or?
Carthis would approach and hail, guardsman. Just kind of walk forward, and obviously not non-threatening.
One walks out towards you. Good day. What brings you to Vinewood Fort?
My companions and I seek some shelter for the elements for some time. We have been traveling for a fair distance, hoping we could stop to rest for a moment, if that would be acceptable.
Yes. We don't turn away most travelers. Come. We'll get you inside, and perhaps someone in there can round you up some food, perhaps. Come on. All of you.
Many thanks.
I thank you very much.
One of them simply takes a large, oversized key to the gate and pulls it open. Good.
Rothmyr keeps his hood on, nods to the others.
Ayla just smiles to the guards as she's walking by.
They look at her briefly and let her walk by and say anything.
Lucer nods as he walks through, but carries himself with the confidence of a noble.
As you walk in, they shut the gate behind you. There doesn't seem to be many people out. It's pretty early still, but you hear the sounds of people talking throughout the fort. And a man comes down this alleyway and, oh, hello there, newcomers.
Hello there.
A bit shocked. Haven't seen many new faces here lately.
That's unfortunate. Everyone seems fairly friendly here.
Oh, yes, for Citarus, of course. Just, guarding the woods and all the nobles about. Scratches his chin. I'm Edward. How can I help you?
Oh, alright.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, Edward, We are just simply looking for a place to rest our feet, perhaps get a hot meal. Do you know of any place here in town? Or in the fort, I should say.
Oh, yeah, yes, there's a few places. Let me ask the priestess if she, could take you in.
Edward, who is in charge in this fortress?
Oh, that's Captain Grohl.
Is he aware of the wolf problem?
Oh, yes, the wolf problem. Did you run into wolves?
You see, I'm a wine merchant, and these are my guards and my companion, and we were attacked, and wolves destroyed my entire...
Wolves destroyed your wine?
Yes! What is happening in these woods? You said that you're guarding them?
Go ahead and give me a deception roll. Or deceit, I think it's called. That is out. Yep. Okay, let me see. Well, yes, there is a wolf problem, but that's one thing the captain is guarding. But you know, there's a few estates near the Vinewood, particularly well, if you know, as a wine merchant, the Carnifex estate, of course.
Of course,
The name
Carnifex
has
is
come
there.
up.
As a wine merchant, I've figured you were coming from there or to there.
I was coming from further south, but I've heard the name.
Oh, well, if you're looking for any more details about the fort, and you know, I would talk to the captain. I'm just a worker here, not even a soldier. So I can do what I can, but he would know, or one of his men. But did you want a place to stay? Maybe a meal? We can go speak to the priestess.
Yeah, where's any food? Rothmyr will kind of pipe up, and any drink.
Oh, yes, I'm sure she has some wine and certainly some food.
That would be excellent.
Okay, just wait here. And he turns and knocks on this door and then opens it and walks inside, closing it behind him.
And Ayla's gonna mutter a bit and use her telepathy on Lucer. What the fuck are you doing?
Giving us cover and a reason to ask about the wolves without drawing more suspicion. Lucer kind of...
Sure, but just, you know, don't act crazy.
I'm a wine merchant who just lost his entire shipment. I should be a little angry, shouldn't I?
Maybe we should have, you know, discussed this before coming in here. At this point, Ayla just looks like she's glaring at Lucer and occasionally making facial shifts.
You're right. That might have been a good idea. I'll consider it next time.
Good, good. And also, please inform me if you're gonna be introducing me as your companion. Maybe I'll come over and walk next to you.
Forgive me, I'm not completely used to the linguistic nomenclature of the North. Does companion mean anything beyond traveling companion to you?
As you guys are arguing in the square, this guy opens
In our heads, this is not a verbal
that is
communication.
true.
Yeah, it's not
Gotcha,
telepathy.
you're all right, yeah. So he pokes his head back out. Oh, yes, Erin will see you now. Yes. She's having one of her initiates cook something up. Come on in, come in.
Thank you very much.
Many thanks.
Yes. He just waits until everybody gets in the building and then just leaves himself. As you walk, you see two women in this small little building. One is very tall, at least 6 feet tall, with sandy brown hair and blue eyes, and wearing a golden circlet. Her face is a ruin, though, with a bad gash from cheek to lip. It's clearly not a bladed sort of gash, but more like a ragged bite or claw. Something unnatural, not a sword with that. It's very clear. And another girl, probably no more than 18, stands nearby, cooking over a small stove. The older woman with the ruined face turns and smiles. Ah, welcome. I'm Aaron. Aaron of the Sun. Of the Great Sun. Sir Carthis and Lucaire, give me a,
Education?
Yes. Yes, education would be fantastic.
Hmm.
I'm gonna whisper you something, Lucaire. It could be any animal, or it could be a monster. Ayla. It's hard to know for sure, right? There would be no way to have any kind of specifics.
Okay.
My initiate here is making you some food. I'm sorry, this is not a particularly well furnished room. Take a seat. Make yourself as comfortable as you can.
Ayla's gonna find a place to sit down or at least lean against. Hi. Thank you very much. This hospitality's very much appreciated after the journey we've had. I'm Ayla.
Hello, Ayla. You've had hardships on your journey? Where has your journey brought you from?
She'll look down a bit sadly and look up to Lucaire. Well?
We were coming north from the Empire, from my vineyard in Messina, to establish what we thought were going to be lucrative contracts here. Unfortunately, we've recently run into some wolf trouble.
She looks at you sideline. Messina, did you say? You're from Nilfgaard?
The provinces. I must admit, I'm surprised to see that that Ardfane, the Church of the Great Sun, the faith of the Empire, is present in these lands.
Not strongly, no, but I do what I can to spread the word. You would not believe those that think we are the cult of the Eternal Flame. It is embarrassing, actually, and does not do us well up here, certainly. I've been here for, I suppose, 8 years now.
Where did you hail from before here?
She takes a deep breath. I am from Sintra.
Rothmyr kind of perk up when she says that. He's also looking around the place from beneath his hood for any other clues of trophies, bones, any chests that might be in the room.
There is a more or less a corner with supplies in it. You don't know that there would be anything of particular value in there. It looks like more or less foodstuffs and that kind of thing.
He'll say, and Sintra, what did you do there before coming here?
Well, I was initiate, like her. She nods to Inland. My parents took the faith early. They were... did you say you're all from Nilfgaard? None of you are from Sintra, right?
I am from Messina, which is part of the Empire. The others are northerners that I hired. I thought it best to have local mercenaries to protect my caravan. So fat load of good it did me with the wolves.
Yes, my parents, they, she thinks for a moment. They were merchants, and I took to the faith when I was in my late teens. If you guys want to do a humor and perception roll, that would be just fine. It's out of
Empathy.
empathy.
Roll a 17 for Rothmyr.
Yeah.
Let's get it straight.
Yeah.
So cool.
None of you believe she's telling you the truth about that.
I'm wondering if I can use telepathic spying. So kinda
Sure.
awesome.
You look into her mind and you see that she's very nervous when she talks about Sintra. She doesn't want to talk about her background in Sintra, especially after Rothmyr was questioning her.
How does a woman of Sintra, even one as faithful as yourself, end up in an outpost like this?
Well, missionary work and to collect inland here. She's going back to our temple in Verdun. But I needed to come here to fetch her. There was no guards that they could spare here to bring her to me, so I came here with faith. No guards, unfortunately, but faith. And I've arrived safely, and son willing, we will return home safely.
Well, sometimes, faith is all you really need.
The great sun protects.
Ayla will smile and shift slightly. Though, you got here fully safely, huh?
Yes, no problem whatsoever, really.
Well, and the facial scarring, how old does it look?
It's pretty old.
Oh. Alright. When are you looking to head back?
Oh, fairly soon, in the next day or two. Letting Inland say her goodbyes to her father, and then we'll be on our way. She says that Inland turns around and begins passing out plates to everyone.
Are you excited to begin your life in service to the great sun, Inland?
She smiles. Oh yes, certainly. This is a great honor to join the Order of the Great Sun. I can only hope that I will learn much from Priestess Erin here. She smiles. From when I first heard of the Great Sun several years ago, I've always been intrigued, and now I can finally continue down my path.
Does she seem to be, like, honest in what she's saying?
Yeah, she seems to be honest. She does appear a bit nervous, but...
Well, bet your father's proud of you.
She frowns at that. Oh, I suppose he's proud, but concerned. He's a worrying fellow. Being the captain of this place,
That's a big step, though. Letting go of his daughter. You can see why he's concerned. Especially, traveling like it is now.
Yes, he is concerned. The wolves and such, and just brigands. And, well, we are a foreign religion. There are some northerners that still resent us.
So your father is sending his very own daughter to join the Church of the Sun, but can't spare any guards to make sure you get through the woods safely.
He doesn't have permission. These are guards for the fort and for the estates, not personal matters. That's what he's told me, and that makes sense to me.
How have things been here at the fort and in the woods lately?
Oh, I really don't know much about it. I'm protected here in the fort. Father's been certainly worried. He always worries, like I said. What I do know is there was a patrol that went out 2 weeks ago, and none of them ever returned. So.
Are there any hunters here?
Yes. You met Edward. He does some hunting on the edge of the woods. Takes deer, but the deer have been scarce lately. Wolves,
Go ahead.
Out of character is how many buildings did we see when we came here? Were there like?
It looks like there's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, was there
It's definitely a small fort.
Was there one that looked like maybe a longhouse, or like the leader of the?
Yeah, the one that's to your right instead of this one. This one looks like it's the biggest one and could possibly be that.
Forgive me, Lady Erin, but if I may ask, your scar, how did you acquire?
Her eyes raise very large. She just gets wide-eyed. No. I don't understand why that has anything to do with anything. Excuse me, but please finish your meal.
My apologies, Priestess Erin. After being attacked in the woods by the wolves, I merely thought there might be a connection. I am so sorry if
I was not attacked by wolves, thank you. And Sir Carthis, you see Edward kind of out in the yard milling about.
Yeah, Sir Carthis would, probably before that gaff, thank you for the meal. I think I'll stretch my legs a bit and walk out and seek out Edward as he's milling about. Edward, how you doing, sir?
Oh, very well. He looks you up and down. Should I call you sir? You're wearing wearing the knight's clothing, as they say.
Not at all. Carthis is fine.
Ah, Carthis. Oh, well met.
Yes, indeed. It's a fine fort you have out in the woods here.
Oh, it's all right, I suppose.
So with this wolf problem, I understand you were a hunter from conversations in Aaron's building there. You are a hunter for these lands?
Oh, yes, I do some hunting. Yes, I do. Hunting, skinning, tanning.
A man of many trades.
Oh, yes, it keeps me employed here. For the guard.
Of course. I'm curious, when did the wolf problem start?
Oh, we've always had some wolves, yeah. But the last couple of years it's gotten worse and worse. Seems like there's a gigantic pack of them. Enough to finally put men at risks. It's never been that much, you know. A little fire here on a torch and the wolves usually stay away. But, yeah, we've lost a few men. They're gone. It's been a week or two, I can't remember exactly, but 4 men left on a patrol. Never came back.
I see. The captain of the guard, is he receptive to audiences with outsiders, in your experience?
Oh, I don't see why not. I can put in a word for him with you as well if you really wish to speak to him. He might be a bit curt to you, but he's busy and worried about his daughter. But
I might have a very good conversation to have with him. Please, give him, I guess, a glowing review of me if you would. I think I could solve quite a bit of issues for this town having a conversation with him.
Oh, sure. I'll go see what he's up to. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Thank you.
He gives you an awkward bow and then walks and knocks on this door. And Rothmyr, you standing there, he gives you a nod, and Rothmyr, you hear like, "Come in," and he opens the door and walks inside. Meanwhile, Aaron of the Sun she nods to Rothmyr as he leaves, and she's cutting eyes at Lucier, and turns away and begins fiddling essentially with the provisions as to turn her face away from you.
And Ayla is going to kind of finish her meal. And she's going to kind of walk up by Aaron. I apologize for my companion back there. He's forgive my words.
He's
a bit
an
of a
ass.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, he's not a very friendly folk, and she'll kind of look back to him and look forward. I think he's just there's not really any excuse for him. I apologize on his behalf.
This is fine. I should be used to people staring. I only saw him and thought that maybe he was different and he was from Nilfgaard. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal.
No. I'll smile, and she'll give a gesture to offer assistance packing up the provisions. May I?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not even really doing anything. I just wanted to come over here for a moment.
Of course. No, I understand at least people staring thing. It does get a bit off-putting, no matter what kind of stares it is.
Yes, it's fine. As I said, it is fine. I need to speak to Inland. We have much to prepare for. If you really need anything later, just come back here. Maybe just you and those other two.
Of course, I will make sure to keep the bad man away. Don't worry. He won't be any bother to you. And she'll look back. You ready to go?
Yes. Priestess Aaron, thanks. Lady Inland, good luck with your studies and good luck with the priesthood. And again, I apologize for my uncouth behavior.
She nods. Let the great sun's light warm you. She
Good
says
luck in
that
your
with no
travels.
mirth.
Ayla will give a bit of a wave before heading out of the door. As she walks, she kind of bumps loose air. You fucking idiot.
Inland comes up behind you guys and shuts the door behind you.
Good job.
Did you get the sense that she wasn't telling us everything about her joining the...
No, she wasn't. She was very uncomfortable when you questioned her on Sintra. I couldn't tell exactly why, but I at least got that.
Rothmyr's he's over there puffing on the pipe, and he kind of looked over toward Carthis and nodded, and then made some eyes towards that house there that the hunter had gone into. And as Carthis approaches him, he'll say to him, "Got a feeling the skull might be in there. I'd like to get in there and look around."
I don't know if that kind of talent will be necessary. If it is, of course, it would be best to take it, but I prefer to take an honest approach with this. I think that would solve everyone's problems.
I just caught the end of your conversation when I came out, but I think I know where you're going with it, yes. I think we should try your approach first as well.
I think if I can convince him that the skull will solve his issues and protect his daughter, maybe we won't have to do any kind of skullduggery, but you are prepared to if need be, I suppose.
Aye, if all else fails, maybe in the night.
As you guys are speaking, the door opens. Edward peeks his head out. Oh yes, come on in, Sir Carthis.
Of course.
You walk in and Edward says, Carthis,
Rothmyr will
sir...
kind of walk...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Rothmyr will kind of walk over towards the door as like he's about to almost enter, and then stop and kind of wait to see if they even invite them in or whatever.
Yeah, he just says, "Sir, this is Sir Carthis, and this is Captain Grohl." Nods, and then he leaves. Sees Rothmyr kind of hanging out there, and just cuts around the corner and begins to... Captain Grohl says, "Ah, a knight," he said. "Come forward. Welcome to Vinewood."
Many thanks, Captain Grohl. You owe me no courtesies of a knight. I am not a proper knight. Noble, but not a knight.
Hey, hold on one second. Hey, Doc, I don't think you should watch this.
That's one way to get him out of here.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yes, of course. So Carthis stepped forward and... thank you, Captain Grohl, for the courtesies. And you owe me no courtesy of a knight. I am a noble, but not a knight. Carthis is fine.
Well, welcome to Vinewood. In any case, Edward said you wanted to see me.
Yes, may I sit?
Of course. Here. He walks over to the bench and grabs a pitcher and fills the goblet with wine and brings it over to you. Carnifex estate vintage. Very, very good.
Carthis will kind of nod. certainly. I wanted to speak with you. I understand there's a wolf problem. And he kind of... Is the door still open? Is Rothmyr standing?
It is open, yes.
And he kind of looks back and... Oh, my manners. Captain, might my companion join me?
Sure.
Rothmyr. Kind of raises
Yes. And he puts his pipe out and enters. I was just about to follow Ayla.
One thing you do notice very clearly above the mantelpiece is a humongous, it seems like a wolf skull, but maybe because you guys are aware of what the Lord Hunter said, it could certainly be a werewolf skull. It's just massive, and as you look at it, it looks like it has almost human properties to it.
I wanted to speak with you about a few things while I was here. I understand that there's a terrible wolf problem.
Yes, there is. I don't know what Edward told you, but we've lost a patrol to them now. They're becoming more brazen. Perhaps the lack of food? I'm not sure.
And just to clarify, is this that woman's daughter, correct? And that's stupid. I'm stupid. This is that
his
woman's.
daughter?
Yeah, this is his daughter. The one who's
Inlin is his daughter. Yes.
Okay,
That's
she
what
made
said.
that clear, so I know that.
Yes,
That's
yes,
okay.
she did.
And I also had spent some time with Erin of the Sun, and Inlin as well. I understand that she's your daughter.
Yes, she is.
Then I want to discuss a very difficult matter with you. I ask that you take my word as honest and my intent as well. If you judge it otherwise, that be your judgment. But I wish to tell you that what I speak is from the truth and from my heart, if you will listen.
Oh, he seems very confused. His face is scrunched up. Oh, yes, very well. I'm not sure where you're going with this, but continue.
My companions and I, we had come to this place on our travels, and before that we stopped in the Vinewood. I came across something, I should say, known as the Lord Hunter. Does this sound familiar to you in any sense?
It does not.
It is I'll look at the skull above the mantelpiece. A lycanthrope.
A lycanthrope changes into a man that changes into a beast, you're saying, I think.
Yes, a werewolf. A wolf man.
He looks very unsure at this point.
The reason I tell you this is because a pack of wolves followed this beast. What this beast said, it could speak to us. Now, I understand you're having this wolf problem, and that wolf problem is creating another issue. Your daughter will have to skirt the edge of the Vinewood to get where she is going. I understand that not many guards can be spared, none at all.
Yes, it would be against my duty to send one of them on a personal errand.
I believe that a solution can be made not only to protect your daughter, but also to remove the wolf problem from the Vinewood.
Well, speak. What is it?
And Sir Carthis will look and point to the skull. This thing, this wolf man, requested to have this to help break him of his curse, that he and his pack might leave the Vinewood.
This has been here since before I even came to the Vinewood. understand the last captain slew a great wolf, and this is his trophy.
And where has that captain gone?
Oh, he went on a patrol and never returned. Soon after, I think. I never met the man. I was his replacement.
Do you know anything of him? A name?
Let me think. Pickle tree, pickle branch.
Roger
Pickle Branch.
Pickle
Yes.
Branch?
Yes. How did you know?
I met that very man in the Vinewood.
Truly? I don't understand. That was 5 years ago, at least.
I have reason to believe that he may be the one, in this case, that is cursed.
Maybe we should try to summon a witcher.
Sir Carthis will shake his head. I do not think that will solve your issue.
You think somehow this skull will solve the issue?
I spoke with the beast, the man who is now a beast, this man who you succeeded, this Pickle Branch, I think. I cannot be certain, but I think. It requested, it and a young boy requested this skull, that it might break him of the curse.
I see. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion. I think that's the one you have to roll for she. Or charisma. One of the two.
Charisma? I'll do charisma. Should have saved my luck for this.
Does this seem like the kind of situation like a verbal combat would be appropriate?
It could be. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a +5 to your roll. Let's see.
Wouldn't that be like an argument, though?
I think the verbal combat stuff is kind of like a Song of Ice and Fire, where it's all forms of persuasion. There's different ways to do it, but I don't think it's quite necessary. Captain Grohl nods. Well, I tell you what, I'll give you the skull, and perhaps in turn you can take my daughter to the temple. Be her guard. You look like you can take care of yourself, a man, and all that weight.
Where did they say the temple was? That's very far from here, isn't it?
It's south. It's south a ways, yeah. They didn't specify specifically, but she said Verdun.
Mm-hmm. Verdun. Oh, shit. Verdun.
So it's the this is the Citrus map, and right I should this one, sorry. So Citrus is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Verdun is right south of it. Across the river. She didn't specify where in Verdun.
So it could be quite a distance.
It could be.
Yeah, Carthis would consider it, sit there for a moment. You have my word. And if this thing I bring you now is fruitless, not only will I make sure she arrives, I'll return the skull to you, but I have a belief that this will solve your wolf problem.
I wish somebody would have told me this earlier. He just walks over to the mantle and grabs this thing and pulls it off a hook, grabbing it with both hands. It's probably the size of, like those practice basketballs that are huge. Right?
God, yeah.
Yeah, he walks over to you and hands it over. Here you go. And he just passes it over.
Rothmyr. Rothmyr kind of watches him bring the thing over and kind of smiles and nods, surprised at this Nilfgaardian success here,
Yeah.
but impressed.
And Sir Carthis will take the skull, put it on the table, and... You're a good man, Captain. I appreciate the faith you've placed in me. I will not let you down. I put my hand out and extend it.
He nods, comes over, extends a hand, and shakes it. Well, I do appreciate this, Carthis. If what you say is true, and I can't imagine that stealing this skull would fetch you much coin. He simply shrugs, unless there's some sort of witcher bounty for a werewolf and you're going to impersonate it, but...
I know of no witchers, and I have no interest in the trade.
Yes. Well, I did know that there was... Lord Carnifex did call for some witchers. That is why I mentioned it.
Lord Carnifex.
Ah, yes, he's the wine merchant. He owns the estate on the other side of the Vinewood.
What is he hiring witches for?
Oh, it doesn't say. He walks back over to the table and ruffles through some papers and just pulls it up. Let's see. 1 second so I can read it to you.
Rothmyr will kind of look suspiciously towards Sir Carthis and then
Carthis
back
would
towards
return
Captain
it.
Gruel.
Yeah, Carthis would return it. Like,
Yeah, lucrative opportunity for a witcher. Call on the Carnifex estate, day or night, urgent lead. That's what it says.
Well,
I wonder if this is some sort of coincidence that there's a werewolf in the woods and Carnifex is looking for witchers.
perhaps it could be something entirely different. Maybe he wants a witcher guardsman or something. Looks at Rothmyr. Likely not any of our concern.
Oh, okay, well, I do look forward to seeing you again. Carthis, I hope to see you soon, and beware, if this werewolf is truly so formidable, I would hate to see you mixed up in that.
You should have no worries. After I have taken inland to her destination, I will return and give you word to make sure you are aware she has arrived safely.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. You are not going to take inland to meet this werewolf, correct? You're going to come back afterwards.
Oh, of course. No, I would never dream of it. It would be quite uncouth of me, I think.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just a bit anxious for her safety.
Of course.
She's my only daughter and only child.
Of course. I will make haste then and resolve this issue, and I will return shortly.
Good luck to you, Sir Carthis.
Thank you, Captain. Grab the skull and...
Rothmyr will give him a quick bow. Captain.
He doesn't know what to call you, so he says, Sir. You see Lucier and Ayla outside.
I was just kind of been, looking around, bumbling about, and when they come out with the skulls, she's gonna be a bit wide-eyed and looks at Carthis up and down. You got it? That was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Can Lucer examine the skull?
If, Sir Carthis give it to you, sure can.
Yeah, if prompted.
He's gonna look over it and try and sense if there's any kind of magical effect or anything coming from it.
How would you know that?
It's part of magic training. Here, one sec. Let me post.
With that roll. Okay, sure.
Magical training can also be rolled as a form of awareness that detects magic that is in
Yep.
use
Yep.
or expected.
Yep. You don't sense anything magical from it.
There doesn't appear to be anything magical about this. I'm unsure how it will break a curse.
Aye, maybe it's just, you know how and Ayla kind of snaps a bit. With rituals and such, you need like different components and whatnot. I mean, like disassembled, they don't really have any kind of properties, but maybe this is just one of the components.
True. I just wish we had more to go on than just having the skull, but it was what was asked for, and we can return it now. Did you have to promise anything or cut any kind of deal or pay any money for?
And Carthis will sign. I did indeed make a
Mm.
promise.
Won't be that.
I gave my word that I would escort Inlin and Aaron to Verdun.
Where in Varden?
To the temple, where they are intending to go.
And where exactly is this temple, Sir Carthis?
To the south.
Ayla
Kind of
kind of
shrugs and
clicks her teeth a bit.
It is actually yeah, I have it on the map, so once you find out where it is, I can.
oh boy.
It has a spot, so.
Oh, all right.
If you make promises to take lasses to different places, you probably should let me know first. But good for you for getting that there skull. Look forward to traveling. I'll have waited 60 years. I can wait a few years longer, I guess. She's gonna turn around and start walking towards the gate. Well, I guess we should be on our way unless we're gonna be making any more promises.
Carthis would kind of look stunned a bit. I hadn't planned on it.
Ayla will turn back and smile a bit. Don't worry, it was necessary. I'm gonna bug you for it, but
Lucaire will follow along behind.
And Carthis will follow and look at Rothmyr. Did she seem displeased with me?
Seems a little bossy today, huh?
Huh.
Ask her if I'm allowed to sharpen my blade, huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you speak up?
Nothing.
Oh no, nothing at all. She kind of walks up. Got some cold fingers here. They're a bit antsy.
You head back into the woods. By the time you get there, it is midday to the pond. And just as promised, Roger Picklebranch and Indri sit there. Roger is fishing.
Yeah, I'd walk forward with the skull in hand. Captain Picklebranch.
Huh? Oh, sorry, I haven't been called that for, like said Indri, a long time.
Well, with this, and perhaps a bit of luck, you may be again one day. And we'll show them the skull.
What is that? Andrew says, "Oh, Roger, it's fine." We needed this. We needed this. Oh, for the thing. Yes, the thing. Well, thank you. Indri did say you were going to help us.
And Sir Carthis would look to Indri. I imagine you'll want this then.
Indri nods and goes over and collects the skull and puts it in a burlap sack. Yeah, thank you. I think now that we have this, I can... Looks at Roger. And Roger just nods. Yes, boy. You can go now. I think with this, everything will be okay, right? He nods. Looks to Sir Carthis. I was meaning to ask you, sir, do you have a squire?
I have not taken one. I must admit, Endry, as I said, I am not a real knight. A noble, to be true, but not a true knight, no.
Well, could I be your squire?
He kind of scratches his chin and looks to Roger. Is Roger not your caretaker? Would he not have offense with me taking a squire?
I'm his caretaker. It's true. He helps me, especially at nights. I have the sickness, but now we think with this I can be a bit more normal, maybe? Till something permanent comes along, we've got to cross a bit of ways, I guess, and go to the other forest.
How exactly does this skull help you, Lucera?
Well, I don't know. He looks to the boy and he says, a witch claims that he can keep control of himself with this skull. I guess we'll find out tonight.
Oh.
I was the one that did it before, but hopefully he can get to Brookland where the Dryads or someone more powerful can help him.
Sir Carthis will look to Endry. I'd be honored to take you as a squire, Endry. I do want to make sure that the skull will allow Roger to have some measure of control before we just leave him here, particularly with the pack that he has and the fort nearby.
Yes, of course. I can bring him back tonight. You wouldn't want to be here when he changes. That is when he's most vulnerable, and he won't know you. Not at first.
Yes, we have some time we can spend. I just want to make sure that this will allow Roger some measure of peace. I wouldn't want to take you from him too soon, is all.
Yes, of course. I was just a bit eager. Sorry. Yeah, we will come back tonight. Will you stay here at the pond?
I certainly will.
Hi. We look forward to having you there, Endry.
He smiles. I'm so excited. I haven't been out of the woods for, well... Roger just kind of looks forlorn. Well, okay. There's a basket of fish over there that I've caught. If you want to clean them and eat them, go for it. Come on, Hendry. One last night, huh? He stands up with his fishing pole.
We'll see you later tonight.
They begin to walk out in the woods with Hendry smiling as they leave.
Ayla will look over in between Lucere, Sir Carthis, and Rothmyr, smiling. Well, that felt pretty good. Helping out the poor fella. At least the town isn't up in arms against him, you know. finding out that he's got, just carrying the skull will kind of maybe negate it. I'm partially nervous they might come after him, having so many of their own folk dying.
Hopefully this is of help to him, and whoever told him that skull will help is not misleading him.
I hope so too. Well, looks like we got some time to spare.
Rothmyr comes out of the trees, obviously after relieving himself in the woods, and looks over to Carthis and says, "Did you mention anything about the Witchers?"
No. I thought that might aggravate him.
What's that
Oh, wait,
about witches?
Oh, I didn't talk about that. Oh.
What?
Oh, you mean... And then he's kind of scratched his head. Ah, of course, the rest of you. Yes.
The rest of us.
I misinterpreted what Rothmyr said. No, yes. Carnifex. He's hiring witchers. Seem a bit coincidental?
Do you really think he seems like a bit of a busy man there. Do you really think he'd waste the coin?
Well, I don't know much about magic, but according to him, we ruined a pet project he had had for many years. Likely invested much coin into it on its own. I don't think he'd hesitate to spend coin on good, well, good being a subjective term, but strong-armed men to come hunt us down, particularly witchers down out of luck, particularly if he mentions they are mages that he's after.
The flesh golems that he was constructing seem to require the blood of mages to be made. Perhaps he is doing something similar with witchers. Perhaps it's a trap for them, and it need not be something we concern ourselves with.
I did rather think that.
But either way, it's something to keep an eye out for. Luckily, not many witchers left. It'll probably take weeks before someone responds to any call.
Hopefully, maybe I'll be, way down south by then.
True.
You may be south, but I have business in Sedaris.
Aye, but you really want to be traveling alone when there's witch hunters? And is the business really that urgent?
It is.
And what exactly do you have in Sintra? Or Sedaris, my bad.
Looking for someone of particular importance. If you mean to travel south, it might be better if you come to Sedaris with me, and then you could hire a boat there. But it's a consideration for.
Oh, it's not such a bad idea. Boat would be good. I think I've got the coin for it. Spending all this money, making people travel across the sea, doing favors left and right. Nice, Carthis.
Well, I suppose the benefit is that I don't cost much to keep around.
That's very true. It's just really food. Lots of food. Well, let's maybe keep a positive head about this whole Witcher thing. Maybe, we'll be far enough away that they won't really be, if they're coming after us, be running a long time. Pretty sure I could maybe outlive a Witcher. outlived quite a few. No offense to the three of you. You and your short wise. Ayla's gonna take a seat. Well, we might as well wait here.
Indeed, I'll do a bit of camp tending while we wait. Perhaps work with these fish.
I'm gonna take a bit of a rest. I'm a little bit tired from keeping this up. I'm gonna gesture to herself.
If you're cleaning the fish, then I'll try starting a fire. Yeah, Rothmyr pulls out his flint and steel. Tries to gather up some wood.
Here, give me just 1 second. Let's take a 5-minute buyout.
Okay.
Okay.
On a pause. Going traveling everywhere all over the continent.
You could fire me.
I could fire you, but I like you.
It is an at-will contract, if I remember correctly.
It is. Got some full
The real thing is, you enjoy helping people. You just
I
want
do.
You just want to be under the guise of, wow, this fucking asshole's making me go all these places.
I'm just gonna whine about it. I have to walk everywhere. I don't have a caravan anymore. I can't get rides. This is bullshit.
Rides.
Okay, so first we need to get a caravan, some sort of wheeled thing. I need a horse. Give me a horse and I'll be fine. I don't want to walk anymore.
I told you.
Too busy giving Rogue all your money.
Ayla's just
Yeah.
is just really old and
Yes!
has arthritis at this point. Elves, their skin doesn't age, but their bones do.
That's always something that I guess it's a metabolism thing. Like, if you want to actually explain, that's always something that's bothered me. How the fuck do you live for 300 plus years and you don't feel that shit in your bones?
That's because we got better bones.
Like,
Their bones are made of adamantium.
I guess so. Because like elves age super slow, but fuck,
Super slow. Ayla's
Yeah,
technically still like young.
they're like 12 years old in elf years.
How
Probably.
old do they live in this
I don't
universe?
even know. It's
They
like a
don't.
long...
They technically don't have a limit to their age, but I think I was saying that like 400 was like extreme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them died in the wars too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I did that in Demon Gate too, where it's like, it wasn't as long as Lord of the Rings. I think it was crazy. Lord of the Rings was like...
Lord of the Rings are immortal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Yeah, they
technically
just live
immortal.
forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in this one they
Yes.
live to be like 500 or something like that. They can be
That's-
300 to 500 years. It's like, dude, your bone structure and nothing is never never degradates. Like,
No osteoporosis.
Mm-mm.
yeah, they just don't give a shit. They don't drink any milk. They don't have calcium.
We're
They
all
just-
lactose
maybe they do.
intolerant in the forest.
It's magical shit. It's
True
just
sap.
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
I'm ready.
All right, go for it.
All right, let me unpause. Got a bone to pick with you.
Fuck off.
You're welcome.
You are sitting around the campfire. What happened to my music?
Oh no.
Oh,
I heard
it's
it.
there. All right.
There.
You're sitting around the campfire, and it's getting late, but it's not quite dark yet. And you hear someone screaming, "Help! Help! 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 Sir Carthis! Sir Carthis! Sir Carthis!"
Oh shit.
What is happening, Entry?
Men they came to our camp. They have Roger. They have him
tied up. I think they're going to kill him.
How were they dressed? Guards? Brigands? What do they look like?
No, heavy armor like you. I don't know. They were wearing some tabard, but I don't recognize it. I'm sorry.
Lucer leans down and is like, picture it in your mind, boy. And I'm going to use telepathy to try and see what injury.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. I think it was he's like thinking.
You don't need to describe, just picture it in your mind. Focus on the image. Focus on what you saw.
Okay. And when you look at it, it's a red field with, it appears a white griffin with yellow accents and a black shield on the griffin and a yellow cross.
Is Lucer familiar with the that symbol?
Go ahead and roll me a education roll. Yeah, it's Redania.
Redanians.
Shite.
Yeah, so Carthis is going to spit on the ground. Take me to them, boy.
Okay. I won't run so fast because you are in full plate in the woods. So, what is everybody else doing?
Ayla's gonna take the time since she wasn't really expecting Ender to show up. She's gonna glamour up again, appearing human. Don't worry. We'll help your friend.
Lucer will try and follow along, but will try and do so like kind of stuff.
Rothmyr will as well. Buckles up his gambeson and follows behind, trying to be stealthy if he can. A little bit off the trail.
You run into the woods behind Endry. He's just like, up there. And you spot a circle of men like laughing. And you hear somebody, hey, let me go! I didn't do anything to you! Let me go!
Hendry. Ayla will kind of rush over, kneeling down beside the boy. We're gonna need you to hide, alright?
Hide? No, I'm Sir Carthis' squire. I'll stay with him.
No, sweetheart. Alright. Please. If you don't hide, Sir Carthis won't be able to fight at his maximum capacity, right, Sir Carthis?
That's right, boy. Listen to the woman. Hide nearby.
Just give me a sword, Sir Carthis. I'll help.
No.
Boy,
She's my friend.
look at me. I will protect your friend. You need to protect yourself. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Listen to your knight.
Yes, sir.
Now, put an axe. I'll take my axe out and put it on the ground. Use it to defend yourself. If you rush in, I will not be pleased.
Lucer will say as you start passing him the axe and is holding up his short bow and arrows and is kind of like,
Perhaps a better decision. Nonetheless, protect yourself only, boy.
Okay.
Carthis is going to draw his blade and begin to walk. I'm not being sneaky at all. I'm rather brazenly walking towards their circle.
As you're walking, one of them turns like,
Oi, what's that? You hear that? Clanky clank. Who are you? What are you doing?
A better question I ask of you. What's the meaning of this?
just having a bit of sport, one says. You can see tossing the massive werewolf head up and down, teetering on dropping it. Look at this.
Something that doesn't belong to you, I imagine.
Hey, what are you doing? And they see Lucier. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll my stealth. Yeah, they don't see you. But... Why don't you go fuck off?
Yeah, Carthis is gonna draw his blade.
Oh, you draw your blade, and they each begin to draw theirs. Rothmyr and Ayla, why don't you roll me stealth as well? Rothmyr did.
Oh, I'm about to mess it up.
Nope.
So they all see Sir Carthis. Let me make sure the turn tracker's empty. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Before the fight starts, as they start drawing their blades, Lucier wants to try something.
Okay.
Lucier's going to step forward and say, "You're witch hunters, are you not? Aren't you aware there's bigger fish to fry nearby? A man who's creating monsters that he intends to sick on the... Who's the current king of their place?
What is the current? I'd have to look. You can just state that you say it. Of Redania or
of Redania, a man who intends to sick an army of monsters he's creating upon the royal line of Redania.
Yeah, it is. What's his face? I just forget his name. Radovid.
Okay, and I can roll deceive on that if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. That's gonna be a difficult one.
I mean, worth trying if nothing else.
Yeah, sure. What? What are you talking about? And one of them turns towards you. And these two guys on the right are not paying attention to Sir Carthis as you speak. So I'm going to say that those two don't get their first action. But the ones on the left just see Sir Carthis drawing the sword, and they... are not down with that. I think I got them all right. Trigger 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yep, go ahead.
Lucier is going to shout, "Put away your weapons! There's no need for a fight here. There's a wizard not a day from here, the lord of the Carnifex estate, who is building an army of monsters that he intends to sick upon Sidaris, Redania, the entire north." Should I roll anything for that or no?
Yeah, go ahead and roll deceit again. Or actually, that's not deceit. That's persuasion.
It's partially. He doesn't know what he's doing with them, so
Yeah.
part of it.
I mean, you're not overtly lying.
What's up?
I said you're not overtly lying. I would do a persuasion.
I heard him say myself that he was going to start by killing the Redanian king with those monsters. Sorry, I have no points in persuasion. So,
And what's your name? Yeah, that's the name he said.
Another one turns and is stunned by this. They're comprehending it. They don't, they're not just going to throw their blades down as somebody walks towards them. You can act again if you wish.
I will. I will defer my action and to see what happens. Like if they try to attack or if it goes to bloodshed. Or that's not something I could do in.
I'm allowing delays. It's okay.
Okay, then I'll delay my action till like the end of the turn to see what.
Okay. Sir Carthis, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. 6.
Oh.
You're in charge range, I think.
Yeah, what is? Let me look at charge. I know
It's
that's-
like a -3, I think.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Yay.
Yeah. So Carthis, Lucer's doing his thing. That's fine, but Carthis sees the. I'm assuming the captain looks pretty. There's one more clearly, plainly like appears to be in charge more than the others.
Mhm.
Yeah, right for him. Sword drawn, shield up. No words. Had enough of Redanians for 1 week.
Okay. Swing away. It should give you the option for a charge attack.
That's okay.
Mm.
Touch the dodge. Definitely hit him. Okay, so let's do damage first. That's the torso, 20. Let's see what his armor is. He's got 15. So he takes 5 damage. How does that look? Let's charge it down.
What's the charge do?
It just lets you attack.
Oh, I can knock him prone maybe if I make a
can.
physique.
You can.
So Carthis will. Let me make that first then. Carthis will charge forward with his sword, bringing his sword sidelong against this, going from the shoulder towards across the torso, just trying to find nicks in the armor, and then it's going to try to finish with a shoulder check into him as well. .23.
So knock him down. Okay, so he's prone. And will you roll bleed real quick?
Yes. That is not a bleed.
How do you just like knock him off his feet?
Yeah, so I charge him after I cut him. I lower my shoulder and shield him, knock him down, and just kind of stand over him. His eyes cutting daggers into his.
And would you like to take a second action?
I certainly would. And I'm going to make 2 attacks against him while he is prone. Just attempting to stab at him. I'm allowed to go for the head on a quick attack for one of them, aren't I? Or...
Yes, they're 2 separate attacks, so you can aim on one of them and not on the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stab him in the head with my first quick attack. And... Stamina replenished, right?
Yes, you should have full stamina. So here's -3.
Okay. It's extra action, fast strike, head, and then are there any bonuses from being prone?
He gets a -2 to his defense.
Okay.
Roll your critical.
That's a D10, right?
Yeah, there's.
Oh, it's a button. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. It's the same thing.
17.
So 17. His dodge is a -2.
Oh
Boy. So you can't go lower than that. So
17
let's
versus
just-
1.
It's 0. It can't go lower than 0.
Oh, shit.
So that is going to be... Wow. It's definitely
Nice.
be a critical.
Yeah, boy.
So his head has got 15 armor on it. So 6 times 3. It's
18.
going to be the normal damage, 18, plus the critical damage, which is... You beat it by 17?
Yeah.
10. So that's 6 times 3. 18 plus 10, 28 to the head. Does that just kill him outright? It does.
Ooh.
No need for a critical. How do you dispatch this guy?
So after knocking him to the ground, I look at him fiercely for a moment and say, Redanians, scum, bullies, go to hell! And just stab my sword through his skull. The eye socket punches through the back of his helmet. And then rip the sword out clean. And look to the rest of them, waiting for whoever's going to approach me next.
Yeah, you would be able to normally do your fast attack, but nobody's in range.
Yeah.
Rothmyr is still in stealth, so his move is divided by 3, I believe, so he can do 7. And I'm going to make a new stealth check, is that correct?
Yeah, if you want to. Stealthily.
Trying to hide behind a tree and move up there with his blades out. That's not too bad. 17.
Is there? Yeah, he doesn't see you. Is there anything you're?
Okay. No, I'm not going to throw anything yet. I'm going to attack next round.
Okay. Witch Hunter 4, like, he's very confused with Lucerys speaking of, but then he realizes that this other guy just bullies his captain to the ground and stabs him in the head. Oh, what the? And he just turns to look at you, but he's not in any position to do anything. Ayla.
Damn it. She'll... Gosh.
You can move your 3 and then try to do some
Yeah.
stuff or whatever, depending on what your range is.
I think it's
And
8.
you move from the edge of your token, so
Okay. Let me just...
it could be important for your slowness.
It is. So I have a 8 meter range. Okay. Fudge. Here. Aha. Alright, so she's gonna kind of move out and look at the witch hunters, a bit nervous. I have to get in these situations. Well, looks like you found what you're looking for. She'll kind of hold up her hand and mutter a few words under her breath and cast Rue on this guy here.
Okay.
And it is... I'm just going to click this first, and then...
Which one are you
Oh,
targeting for?
spellcasting. Number 4, yeah. Oh.
That's a hit.
1d10.
It's frozen for
7. Yeah. So, kind of a stream of ice just comes out of her hands and freezes the witch hunter from foot to head. Slowly.
-3 speed. -X. Yeah, he like just stands there. Suddenly, just I can barely move. Would you like to spend stamina and do anything else? How much stamina was that? That was
Oh, that was 2. Okay. Yeah. She's... Ooh, I think I might spend... Because there's also Vigor, but Vigor only applies to spells, correct?
So vigor is how much you can maintain in one round at the same time.
Gotcha. So I can still cast another spell.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, she's gonna turn to the other one. She's like, I apologize. Not really. And I think I take a -3, correct? Oh, it's fine. Not it. -3. Oof.
Go ahead and roll 1d10 again. These guys are I can't move!
I think you should be letting them go there and run away.
You're noticing that Roger is actually tied down as well.
Oh no.
Alright. So that guy. So we are on Witchhunter 1. And he is just kind of shaking out of what Lucerys said to figure out what's going on. Same with this guy, who can't barely move anyway. They're wizards! They're the mages! This guy panics and he picks this massive skull up and throws it at you, Sir Carthis. What are you gonna try to do?
I will drop all my shit and try to catch it.
Go ahead and he's trying to hit you with it. So let's see if he's actually able to throw it in range of you anyway.
Oh no. Oh.
How far away is he, the meters wise? So this will be how hard
4
it is.
meters.
So actually, I think that is actually a hit. 4 meters. Range. I would say that's probably maximum. So that was okay. Target DCs. Yeah, it's pretty far off. You're gonna have to get an athletics roll of a 16.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop all my shit and try to dive to catch this.
Okay.
Irrespective of any danger to myself.
I'll take stamina away from you for that.
My heart.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
gosh.
Oh no.
Roll me D100. Lower than 50. Problem.
Nope.
It hits the ground and rolls next to you. Now it's over here, but notice it doesn't break.
Well, that's good.
I am prone. I dove.
Yep, you are prone. Lucer, you're up twice in a row.
Okay.
This first one's at a -3. What's your second action?
All right. So Lucer is going to move up there, and muttering under his breath, Von Carden, you idiot! And as he does so, Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So yeah, Lucer marches forward, and as he does so, mutters under his breath, Von Carden, you fool! And as he does so, his metal staff begins to glow bright red as he casts Cadfan's grasp.
Okay, yep.
Spending 2 damage, or doing the 2d6. No, sorry, okay, so he has 5 rounds of that, and then that's going to be his first turn. The beginning of his second turn, he's just going to move forward to there a little bit, and then do a fast attack on number 5.
Okay, so you... Okay, let me get this right. You went up there, did Cadfan's Grasp, right?
Yeah,
Cost you 2
he's using the Iron Staff as a focus, so it drops it to 1, which is the
Right, that's all worked in there.
Yeah. Okay. Then the 2 stamina plus the 3 for doing a second action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes 2d6 damage, which is 5. Not be able to soak. And you did add 2.
No. So I cast it on my Iron Staff. So
Okay.
my weapon is currently has a plus 2d6.
Okay.
And then I'm doing a fast attack.
For your next turn. But before you're doing that, you notice that the in between the actual turn, you notice that the sun is starting to go down, and Roger is becoming quite irritated. He's and rips one arm out of the restraints. The Redanians don't seem to notice this peasant before them. Good. Now you can attack. Sir, you can attack.
Yeah, just clicking through everything.
Oh, yep, you're good. Alright. So he's gonna dodge. It's definitely a hit. 10. So it's gonna be a critical as well.
It's also
Torso.
an extra 2d6 fire
Yep,
damage.
go ahead and roll that. So that's 23 minus 15. So 8 damage. Goes down by 1. So how does that look like as you hit him with your flaming staff?
Should I roll to see if he's set on fire first?
Yep.
So it's a 50% shot. Am I rolling? Am I
Always
shooting
try
for
to
higher?
roll under, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. As Lucer marches forward, his iron staff glows first red and then white hot, and he twirls it, walking up to the Redanian, and smacks into the guy's ribs, and you hear a large crack. But as he does so, his armor starts to glow red hot as well, and it spreads, and his clothing starts to burn, and flames start lapping at his skin.
Ah! 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 Wizards!
And then Lucer's just going to attack him again for the second.
Right. Just dodge again.
Fuck Don.
Damn.
Is that 2 criticals?
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even do the critical.
Yeah.
Let me look. So that's a 10. So that's a simple critical. So it's an extra 3 damage. Let's roll off this thing.
And-
Quick. Go ahead and roll a critical, simple critical off the machine. Anything good?
He's got an infection.
Oh no.
Luckily,
Jesus.
I don't know how
Fast
bad
burn
that
out.
infection's going to be, considering it cauterized the.
Okay, so then 19 versus a 6. So that's going to be 13. So that is a... Where is this? That's a difficult critical. Alright, so let's do the damage first. 14 damage to the leg.
Plus 10 from fire.
Yeah, go ahead.
He rolled it.
So 10, so 24. So 24 minus 14. So that's 10 damage. Plus another 8 damage. That kills. Oh, that gets him to... Oh, actually, I'm sorry. So the 10 damage is halved because of target location.
Okay.
So it's 5 plus 8, so it takes 13.
And then roll on the critical table again.
Roll on the critical table for a difficult critical.
Damn.
We're just gonna say that guy is dead as you collapse his lungs.
Yeah, so Lucer, walks up the glowing hot iron staff, spins it, smacks him in the ribs on one side, collapsing his lung, and then spinning around and literally breaking his knee with the backswing, and setting him on fire in the process. So his flaming corpse collapses right next to him. And I'm going to go ahead and end my turn there.
That extra 2d6 damage is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
So,
I mean, 2 criticals in a row was also very
Roger's one of his legs rips out of the constraints of Carthis. Laying on the ground, missing the skull, looking at it, but it's still whole somehow.
Yeah, Carthis looks at the skull, looks over at Roger, seeing what's going on, and sees Lucer near. Lucer! Get away from him! And Carthis is gonna get to his feet and actually run for the skull rather than his sword.
Okay.
And go to pick it up.
You can do that one turn.
Yeah. I would kind of turn and but wait, because I'm pretty... Carthis sees what's happening to Roger, and he wants to be nowhere near him right now. But we'll be getting
Rothmyr,
close.
What are you gonna do?
Rothmyr is going to come around this tree here. Let's see what I see. 4 there.
Striking range from there.
There you go. I can get that guy right there, right? Try to sneak attack him if I can. Does that require another stealth check, or?
No.
Okay.
I would say that he's at -3 to his defense. He's already got plenty of negatives on him.
No to extra action.
Correct.
And fast strike. Is this a special or a fast strike? Just fast strike.
Fast strike.
Any additional mods?
Nope.
Okay.
Tries to parry with an axe. It's a -3. Still careful. So 22 versus
18.
18.
yeah, he's able to block that.
Okay, and I got one more, right?
Yeah.
He's going for blood.
Come on, give him some loving.
That's a hit. That's a critical too. So let's do damage first. 21 minus 15. That's 6 times 3, 18. And then a critical, a 10 critical. 10 critical is plus 5, 23. So he takes 23 damage, and go ahead and roll that's a complex critical.
Is that from the GM stamp?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. So he is -1 to a bunch of stuff. Oh, he has to roll stun too, because he was critical. So let me roll his stun save. That is a success, so he's not stunned. Yeah, how do you like hit him in the head there, though?
Rothmyr kind of spins around the tree, cloak billowing to the left, and then his first blade swipes, and the guy parries it, and the second blade comes around and just underneath the brim of the helmet there, and stabs into him.
Staggers back a bit. You can go ahead and actually spend 3 stamina to do another fast attack or something.
I'll actually try it, yeah.
Okay. Limited stamina.
Come on.
23. Touch the dodge. This is 0. How do you kill him? Bonus damage will kill him by itself.
And then he brings the other blade up right underneath his chin, up into his brain.
As he falls off your blade, Roger, another restraint goes. Ayla, what would you like to do?
Ayla, at this point, is actually gonna take a few steps forward. If I go if I go here, I can still see Roger. I can get a clear shot on him.
Yep.
All right. She's actually going to kind of hold, and if he starts shifting, she's going to freeze him.
You wait, and suddenly, and the last one comes off, and he does indeed begins to change right in front of your eyes.
She makes the hand gestures, mouths the words, and I'm sorry. And, attempts to freeze him.
-2 for being prone. Yeah, you get him. He's just right in the middle of his shift, and he's like only partially shift. It's like slowing down the shift even.
She can see she feels really bad about freezing him, but at this point, having Lucaire so close, it's just not an option to have him going wild.
Would you like to do anything with your second turn?
I don't think I can get him. No, I'm gonna pass.
So let's see a couple things here. Let's check his awareness. No, it's good enough to see a giant werewolf next to him. Let's see his courage. He runs as fast as he can, which is not very fast in his current state. So he begins to run. Oh my gosh! He begins to run
run. Starts hoofing it out of there. Number 3. Same thing. That is. Yeah, he does not actually have this chart with Sir Carthis. Swings his axe.
I'm gonna try to dodge because I don't have my shield. I dropped everything, so. Oh shit! No!
23. It's a hit, no critical. 22 damage to the arm.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your soak?
Soak for.
Soaks it all, right? 22.
Yeah, actually.
So that's left arm?
Left arm.
Okay, I marked it down.
Oh, you did? Okay, 28, right?
Yeah, should be. Yeah, go ahead.
Carthis turns, seeing the hunter run at him, turns and raises his plate on his arm up, hoping that's enough to deflect the blow without his shield, and is rather lucky.
Sarah, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna check the range on Cadfan's grasp real fast. Trying to decide what to do here. Sir Carthis can handle himself. Lucer is going to go after Witcher number 2, and then do a...
I would say you can just strike that guy down, as he's back.
Oh, do I not need to... Oh, okay, yeah. Lucer runs up behind him and just smacks him upside the head with the glowing hot iron staff. You hear like the crack, and you see his neck twist in an unnatural angle as he falls.
Okay. Sir Carthis, same thing for you. You can pick up your sword and dispatch this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as I'm bringing my arm up to parry away his strike, and the arm takes it, no damage, no wound done to me, armor holds. I put the skull down carefully and actually go for my axe on my belt loop, and then as I'm putting the skull down on the upswing, I get them on the upswing and just go across his neck with the axe blade.
So you see this werewolf in between you slowly changing, gets to his feet and stands up and and he's just looking around at the four of you.
Sir Carthis, try giving him the skull, see if that helps him control it.
Yeah, Carthis is gonna put his axe on his belt loop and pick the skull up and... Roger. I know you can hear me, Lord Hunter. Kind of pulls the skull up and...
Let's see here. That's a good one for this.
Maybe like courage or something like that, like one of the will rolls.
Yeah, I think courage is probably a good one. Let's try that.
Oh, wow.
Turns towards you, looks at you, and roll charisma with a plus 10.
Ooh. He likes.
Ooh. Please don't fail. Oh, thank God.
Oh, that was a fail.
Oh.
Fail. 1.
Oh.
Aren't you really wishing you didn't spend all that luck earlier?
No, because it worked.
True.
Otherwise, this happened sooner.
He stares you down and begins to walk slowly towards you.
Oh, shit.
What do you do? It's in turn where you can go.
Yeah, I guess Lucer would be first to go.
Yep.
Lucer would come up behind him, but then would call out, what was the kid's name again?
Andrew.
Injury, yeah.
Indra, get here, come here. Come help calm him down.
He starts to run up, but that's as far as he can get. I'm coming, I'm coming!
And yeah, that's all Lucer's gonna do now.
Rothmyr, what would you like to do?
Rothmyr is going to put his blades away and kind of quietly backwards around the back of that tree, keeping his eyes on him.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Mr. Carthis, what would you like to do?
So Carthis is, like I said, I put my battle axe away, and I'm gonna look at everybody else, and no matter what happens, don't raise weapons against him. Lord Hunter, I know that you're fighting inside of yourself right now. This is not who you were, Captain Picklebranch. This is not what you wanted to be. But it can still be changed. I'm gonna hold the skull. And I'm actually gonna walk towards Lord Hunter a bit. Not too fast, but a bit. There's still a chance for you. Just listen.
Give me a charisma.
Flat.
We're going +8 this time.
Nice.
He slow doesn't like charge at you, but he doesn't appear to be really totally calm, but it's definitely calmer. What would you like to do, Ayla?
Oh. I don't want to be stepping close, 'cause that might be seen as aggressive. Ayla's really just gonna stand there nervously and watch, looking over to Endry. Just waiting.
So, on Lucer's turn, he begins to run up. Roger, Roger, Roger! Stop, stop, stop! He actually gets to him and puts his hands up on him. What are you going to do, Lucer?
Watch.
Rothmyr, same thing. Carthis, same thing.
I'm still moving closer to him with the skull, just continuing.
Yeah, Rothmyr will stay kind of hidden, just watching, peeking from behind the tree.
And Carthis is, look, see, Lord Hunter? Picklebranch, Endry's here, I'm here. They're here for you. Remember.
Persuasion +6, or charisma +6.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
He is looking at you and looking at Endry. He reaches out, grabs Endry, like right around the throat, and then slowly takes his hand back. Those men tied me down
for nothing.
Yes. There are some men in this world who can be scum. That is certain. But there are good men. Yourself, you were a good man. Endry is a good child. I like to think I am a decent sort. Never mind them. They're done now. Please, think to yourself. Calm yourself. Start walking towards him. A bit more carefully, but still with the skull in hand.
He reaches out to take the skull.
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
Mine at last. Freedom from this curse. And then he looks back and how? And then there's echo of the wolves around the area howling. He looks at Indri. You stay, I go. And Indri frowns and nods. The werewolf looks back to Sir Carthis. Goodbye, then.
Goodbye, Lord Hunter. May you find your peace.
He turns and with his back legs and one of his forelegs, he leaps off as fast as like you've ever seen anything move in your entire lives, and just darts through the woods and leaves you alone.
At that point, Ayla's gonna rush over to Sir Carthis and... Come here! Let me see those wounds.
There's no wounds. The armor held, just as I knew it would.
Are you sure? And she's gonna start going over him. You're good?
Yes, Ayla, I'm fine. Better than fine, in fact.
Good. Good.
Rothmyr will come out from behind the tree and walk over, kind of surprised, look on his face, down at Indri, kind of rub his head, pat him on the head, and be like, you're a very brave little boy.
Oh, that's Roger. I don't think he would ever hurt me, but I've never seen him attacked like that, so it was... Oh, it's a good thing you brought the skull.
Lucer is gonna search the bodies of the dead Redanians.
I was gonna say.
You begin picking through the bodies and find a few coins here and there. Nothing too important.
I was gonna say maybe like orders or something, but considering like they were all on fire to some degree.
Yeah, you don't see any specific orders. Just like they didn't find any orders when they had fought them at the tavern.
Yeah, gotcha.
And Andrew's like, well, I guess the Vinewood is no longer cursed then. And I'm your squire still?
Yes. Yes, indeed. I have to teach you quite a bit about being a squire, but I think you're off to a good start. What you've been through so far. Try to find a blade, smaller one if I can, from one of these Redanians.
Yeah, it's like a short sword.
Yeah, and I would sheath it and hand it to him. This is no toy, and I will teach you how to use it. But it is yours now.
He smiles and takes it, and takes him a few minutes to get it affixed to his belt. Yes, thank you. I'll train every day. Hours a day.
Very good, Sir Andrew. Pat him on the head and
Gives a huge smile. Thank you, sir.
And don't trust anyone.
Don't say it, huh?
I hate to interrupt this moment, but my bow, could I have it back?
Of course. Walks over to you and hands it back. So where to now?
Oh, well. We're gonna go back to the fort there. We've got a couple other folk to pick up. Now, this'll be our secret at least until, the other two are gone. But what you be seeing here, you can't really talk about. And just pretend I'm a human. I'm basically the same thing, just pointy ears, long life,
He smiles. My silence is yours, my lady. Looks to Sir Carthis. He said that right? He
Yeah.
smiles.
I would look at him and nod and give him a half smirk and collect my sword.
You march out of the woods, back to the fort. It takes a day or so for the priestess and her charge to be ready. And at that time, you depart and head along the road south for Verdun and the Temple of the Sun. And the screen fades to black.